Welcome back to the Career Development video series. In this video, we are going to talk about assignment number 2, which is titled Types of Thinking. This assignment can be tricky, so please pay attention to what the directions are asking you to do. So let's go into our assignment 2, Types of Thinking. And the directions say go to the Quick Check Self-Assessment on page 46 of your textbook. From the list, choose one item that you want to develop further. Name the type of thinking it requires, critical, creative, practical, or a combination. Go to that section in the chapter and set a specific goal based on what you read. Describe your goal and a plan and narrative of 250 to 300 words, including a time frame and specific steps. So you're probably thinking, what does this all mean? Well, it's pretty simple. So let's go with, first we're going to go to page 46 of our textbook. And if you have the ebook, this is actually a really cool feature to have. And it'll take you straight to the page, and you will see here how developed are your thinking skills. Now, the assignment does not tell you to take the actual quick check. Instead, you are going to pick one of these statements that you would like to further develop. And it says, from the list, choose one item that you want to further develop. Okay, well, I'm going to pick, when I work in a group, I try to manage my emotions and notice how I affect others. So that's what I'm going to pick. That's the first thing I'll do. So that's done. Now I have to decide what type of thinking it's going to require to actually further develop that statement. So to find that, we're going to search for critical thinking. We can go through each one of them in the book. You can choose whatever one you want that you think would work. I'm going to say, for the time of this video, we're going to do critical thinking. You could use different ones. So I'm going to read a little bit about critical thinking, and then I will mark that within the paper. Then, after I've read the section, I'm going to make a specific goal based on the information. So for this goal, I'm going to say critical thinking because you have to do some things like examine and evaluate, break information into parts, and gather information. And I think these would be really important for that statement that I chose, because if I didn't do some of these things beforehand and I just started saying things before I really learned my group members and I just started making decisions, they actually may get upset with me. So I want to, again, improve this statement. After I've come up with my goal, I'm going to write in a narrative my plan. I'm going to include how long I think it will take to reach the goal of further developing, making sure that when I am in a group, I think about my group members first before I say this is what we're all going to do. And then I'm going to come up with specific steps. So when you start your assignment, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go up to the instructor announcements, and I want to make sure that I go to the paper guidelines and checklist. Make sure I read through all those. Oops, I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. But make sure you read through all these. The most important is the font size. You must either write in Times New Roman, Courier New, or Century. Font size 12, and then the rest of this you can read on your own. So that's the first thing I would want to do. And I can also print off the checklist. Next, I want the cover page template. I'm going to go here. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to have it download for me. Taking some time. Here we go. When it pulls up, I'm going to change. We'll say Joe Student, if I can know how to type. Career Development, instructor's name. We're going to call this Types of Thinking. The date submitted, we'll just give it Sunday's date, which is March 16th, 2014. Leave my college. So after I do that, if you want, you can go up here, practice filling in the running head. I'm going to type this all in caps, Types of Thinking. Double click back inside. I'm going to do the same thing here, types of thinking, double click. After I do all that information, I'm going to take, indent, and start on page 2 with my assignment for lesson 2. Again, this is the types of thinking assignment, and this is what I would do with the cover page template that I have provided. Well, this concludes the assignment 2 video. If you have any questions at all while you're working on this assignment, you may Moodle message me, which is the best place, call me on my cell phone, Skype me, or Facebook me.